Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Anchor MMA back with another video. Today we have my immediate reaction to UFC Qatar. Overall, absolute banger fight night card. There will be some rants. We'll go over my parlays. I got a lot of picks right, but I also got a lot of picks wrong. So we're gonna go over every single fight, even the early prelims. So we're starting off with Merrick Bujlo versus Denzel Freeman. No, absolute nobodies. Some blobs making their debut. Freeman did pretty good, but overall, this was one of the weirder fights I've ever watched. Freeman was just screaming, super weird, pretty much the entire fight, and Bujlo didn't do anything. Like, it was such a weird fight that Paul Felder and all the commentary people were just laughing the entire time because it was such a weird fight. But Freeman did show flashes, but it does take two to tango, so overall, pretty boring, weird fight. Yeah. The next one, we got Nurullo Aliyev versus Shaquem Rock. Aliyev looks just like Khabib. He's from Dagestan, and he won a good decision. Yeah, he had a good decision win over Shaquem Rock, who's Paddy Pimlet's teammate. Aliyev honestly outstruck and out-wrestled him, in my opinion. There was a weird moment where Shaquem Rock kind of faked an eye poke. It was pretty weird, but overall, Aliyev dominated and showed why he's undefeated. Up next, we got Ismail Nardiev, I don't know, versus Ryan Loder. Absolutely brutal KO. He actually slammed him out. We might have witnessed the first death in UFC history. That was fucking absurd. He just killed him. Absolutely killed him. And Ismail got his 16th first round finish. Like, that was brutal. A minute 26 into the fight, when he went down on the canvas, when he hit his head, like his eyes rolled to the back of his head, yeah, he got slimed out pretty fucking badly. Up next, we got Alexandre Topuria versus Beskat Almakhan. All around, Alexandre masterclass, and he just outclassed him totally. Bekzat, he had moments, but overall, I think this was a 30-27 for Topuria. Pretty comfortably, too. Got takedowns, pieced him on the feet. He just outdid Bekzat the entire fight. Up next, we got, I'm not going to attempt that first name, Yakyaev versus Rafael Cerqueira. Yeah, this was as expected. The betting lines will tell you that. He was like over minus 1,000 favorite, so that's insane. He just instantly finished him in 33 seconds. Rafael didn't really stand a chance, and it was the fastest submission in light heavyweight history. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, he didn't even land a strike. So that shows you how dominant this was. And yeah, I would like to see Yakyaev get an actual good opponent, because he looked pretty good from the 33 seconds that we got to watch. Up next, we got Alex Perez versus Asu Almabayev. Almabayev flipped the script, and he hit him with a standing guillotine in the third round. Perez was winning this fight, pretty comfortably, honestly. But Asu caught him at a perfect time and got him with a good standing guillotine and got the tap. I mean, there's nothing else to say. It was a really good comeback by Almabayev. Up next, Nicholas Dalby versus Saigid. This was a snooze fest. That's all I wrote down. It was pretty much a snooze fest. When you land 87 total strikes and only 26 of them were significant, that kind of shows you how the fight went. It was boring. I won't lie. I took a bathroom break. I took a snack break. I didn't watch all of this fight because I could have fallen asleep to it. I'm not going to lie. Up next, we got Bogdan Grad versus Luke Riley. Riley looked really good on the feet, and he did get the finish in round 2. But he does have to work on defending the takedowns. You can't get taken down 4 times in basically 1 round. But he got the finish. His hype is still there, that's for sure. So that's very good for Luke Riley. Up next, now we're in the main card. Tagir versus Horiguchi. Horiguchi knocked him down twice. He looked incredible in this entire fight. This went midway into the 3rd round, and Tagir landed 10 total strikes, with 6 of them being significant. This was just a blowout. Horiguchi looked really good, and he called out Pantoja. He won't get that fight, but I think he's 1 shot away from a title shot. They're going to shoot him up in the rankings because he's pretty old, and he looked incredibly good. And, yeah, he got the finish in the middle of round 3. Up next, man, unfortunately, I knew this was going to happen. I had a delusional thought right when they were walking out. I was like, Waldo took this on short notice, and Shamil's kind of a dog sometimes. I think Shamil might have this. And then, yeah, hopes and dreams just crushed in half. He got slimed out instantly, badly. He got knocked down twice, and he absolutely got murdered. And there was an earthquake in Qatar. So that was pretty bad. And the worst part about it is, while in the locker room, getting ready to walk out to this fight, Shamil tweeted, "My time is coming." Come on, dude. Come on. I'm at a loss for words. I really am. That, unfortunately, our king Shamil got slimed out, and his time is not coming. It's not. Next fight. All right. This is where I draw the line. Jack Hermanson. Are you kidding me? How are you that dog shit at fighting? I just cannot believe that. You are a middleweight that dropped down to welterweight, have a huge size advantage in reach, in weight, in height over Orobai. Orobai he is not good on the feet. He's not. He does not want to be on the feet. And he pieced you up that entire fight and he easily got the finish. Are you kidding me, Jack Hermanson? You messed up all my parlays. I have no words. I just cannot believe you get slimed out that quick by a non-striker being that much bigger than him. That's a lightweight. That's a lightweight that moved up to welterweight to face you, and you moved down to face him. That's just unbelievable. It really is. I'm furious at Jack Hermanson. How is your chin that horrible that Orobai easily finishes you right away in the fight? That was embarrassing, but Orobai looked good. He proved me wrong on the feet. Even if Jack Hermanson has a glass chin, Orobai showed a lot of improvement in the striking, and he should definitely get a good ranked matchup here soon to show what he's about. Up next, we got Volkan Oezdemir versus Alonzo Menifield. I told you. I mean, this was easy to predict. I mean, it was exactly what I thought. He just instantly slammed him out. He only let Alonzo Menifield land 2 strikes. And he absolutely folded Alonzo Menifield. And, like, he fell into the ref's arms, and the ref, like, dragged him. Like, it was a terrible look for Alonzo Menifield. But Volkan Oezdemir slimed him out. And he's going to get shot up. And I think depending on who he fights next, he honestly could be in the running for a title shot. Crazy enough to say. But he instantly slammed him out. He looked good from what I could see. But all of those finishes were incredible. Incredible. I was incredibly happy up to that point. And I mean, for a fight night card, that was generational. But next, unfortunately, Bilal was defeated by Ian Gary by a decision. I thought it was 29-28 Ian Gary. I know two judges had it 30-27, but I disagree with that. But the main point I'm going to go across, a fighter, let alone one bad eye poke, you should think about taking away a point. But they get one bad eye poke and another eye poke, take away a point. I'm sick of it. See, that one wasn't a super clean one, but you already warned Ian Gary. And he eye poked him again. 2 eye pokes in the matter of 2 rounds, and you didn't take 1 point away. We need to start taking away points. We need to start normalizing that. If you want the Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn thing to not be as big of a deal as it was, you need to start taking away points. So fighters actually know that they can't get a 1-up and eye poke their opponent. Bilal was a dog for sticking with that eye poke. And this pissed me off. Ian Gary, in the post-fight interview, said that Bilal wanted a way out. Are you kidding me? He easily could have pulled a Tom Aspinall and said he could not see if he wanted a way out and ruined your title shot, Ian Gary. You should be praising Bilal for sticking with that fight and being such a dog. Ian Gary just pisses me off to the limits. He's so annoying. And he double eye poked Bilal. He eye poked him twice, and no point was taken away. I just cannot believe that. I think it should have been a draw, but if no points taken away, that's a 29-28 Ian Gary. But obviously he went out and called out Islam. It was a pretty good call out, I won't lie, but I am definitely not looking forward to that fight, even though I know they're going to make it. It'll be the same as Jack. People are going to be like, oh, Ian Gary stuffed all of Bilal's takedowns. Like, he looked so good. Because Bilal looked terrible trying to take him down. I won't lie. Maybe it was because Ian Gary was a lot bigger, but it was pretty pathetic, some of his attempts. But yeah, Ian Gary's next in line for Islam, and I'm definitely not looking forward to that. And I think it should have been a draw. But the last fight of the night, Arman Sarukian finally makes his way back in the cage versus Dan Hooker. I mean, let's start off with this. Arman walked out to the worst song I've ever heard. Was it like bagpipes? What the hell was that? That was fucking atrocious. I mean, my ears genuinely hurt. They almost started bleeding. That was unbelievable. Why would anybody walk out to that? I can't believe people make music like that, let alone walk out to that. But fight-wise, I mean, Armin looked incredible, as he did before he had his big layoff. Why was Dan Hooker trying to submit Armin, though? He tried submitting him twice, and neither of them worked in his favor. That was an interesting strategy that I really did not see coming from Dan Hooker. But Armin had his way with Dan Hooker. I mean, Dan Hooker stood no chance. This was bad matchmaking, and I think as long as Armin's chin can hold up, I think the fight against Ilya will be an absolute banger. And I'm very much looking forward to that. That will be a good fight on the feet, and Ilya's first real test with wrestling. I mean, I guess Charles got him to the canvas, but we'll actually see how his ground game is against Armin, because I don't think he'll try and make a mistake and try and KO Ilya like Charles delusionally tried to do. But overall, incredible card. I am glad I woke up at 9 a.m. to watch this. Obviously, I think the co-main and main event, the winner should get a title shot next. I feel like that's an obvious one. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Oh yeah, the parlays did not go our favor because of stupid ass Jack Hermanson. Never say Jack Hermanson in front of me again. I'm furious with that man and his approach to the entire fight. I could go on for days, but I won't. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Let me know down below any opinions you have on the fights, or if you disagree with anything I said in this video. Yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you later.